Hope you're all well. We've got a pretty interesting watch list to share with you, to share with all of you today. As always, if you got any questions, just post them in the stream chat. So this is the watch list I've compiled from going through the Bybit top, the Bybit perpetual contracts. So it's a pretty big watch list. It's a varied watch list, as the title says, as the description of the video says. We have Bitcoin to Ethereum, Bitcoin and Ethereum, the bigger movers, and Sol to smaller market cap contracts like Woo, Engine, Mana, and Sand. So let's go and have a look. So remember, on this scan, we're just reviewing what we've learned in the last two seminars, which is how to work the cradle zone and how price interacts with the cradle zone and the cradle zone strategies. Cool, let's have a look. All right, so Bitcoin. This is what I'm looking at for Monday close next week. Have a look here in the weekly. This beautiful high low and uptrend and pull back into the cradle zone here. Get a nice small bullish candle there on Monday. That would be absolutely fabulous, and I will be raising order on that. Now to Ethereum. Again, pull back into the cradle zone here in the weekly, a beautiful trend, a very strong looking trend, and a small bullish candle in that cradle zone. Beautiful. If that closes small and bullish and those moving averages catch up a bit more, you can bet you I'll be raising an order on that come on Monday as well, but we'll see what happens. There's still a while to go. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 more days. Okay, so let's have a look here. So another one on the weekly. So I'm going to look here on the 2-day. Let's jump to the 4-day. There is a small candle there on the 4-day. You see me going, like, just don't know yet. I didn't know what that looks like once it sets up. Although there's a big candle there for the stop, so it kind of invalidates that. This here on the weekly, it's still a while off, but that could easily pull back in here over the next couple of days. And if we get a small bullish candle there, it's a while off. Like, that's a 2-weekly play. I'm just trying to show you what I'm looking at in the market. So pull back here on the weekly, but that's still 2 weeks off. All options, XRP. Okay, we have this, let's see, why is XRP in here? It may be accidentally in here, let's have a look. XRP, have a look at the 4. I might just take that out, guys. We have somewhat of a downtrend here on the 4 and 8, and it is downtrending on the daily, but it's nothing special and nothing for the cradle zone strategies. If you're in our community, we do look at breakouts and our Fibonacci boosters, which are 2 other types of strategies we use. But obviously for this seminar, or for this live scan, because it's in line with the seminars, we only cover the cradle strategies. If you want to learn them, you need to go to tradercobb and to our Black Friday sale. You do get 45% off, but there's nothing there in XRP. ADD's nice. ADD, we have this beautiful downtrend on the daily, lots of selling pressure coming to the downside. Look, a really nice high low here. Small, yeah, really nice high low. Lower high here, and a lot of pressure coming there on the downside. Now we go to the 4. This is pretty nice. Small bearish candle in there on the cradle zone on the 4. Let's have a look at the 2. Yeah, a bit sticky and not as clean here. So we'll have a look at the 4. Have a look at the 8. I want to be keeping an eye on that on the 4-hour. If that closes small and bearish, I want to know about it. Broken a pretty key. One point. So there we go. Quite a level through there. Small bearish candle, be very comfortable raising order off that, if that stayed small and bearish. BNB. Let's see. 4-day. Again, why don't I just put it in for an example? So a pullback here in the weekly cradle zone, which is likely not really going to happen. But let's have a look here in the lows. This is why it's moving. Okay, the 15-minute. It's starting to cycle here. BNB's been a good mover. Higher low, higher low, to higher low, to higher low. Obviously, hopefully higher highs. It's just one beginning to cycle, so one to keep an eye on the lower time frames. Now, link. Let's see here. Let's have a look on the daily first. Nice downtrend here in the daily. Clearing these levels, but getting a bit sticky around here. There's not really much of a defined level, but this price just gets sticky in this region. It's kind of doing that now. But if we drop down to the 8, we have a downtrend on the 8. And we have somewhat of a downtrend here on the 4. Now I was hoping for that. See, I was hoping for price to pull into that level there at 26.214, but it didn't. The MACD is convergent, let's see, from this lower high to this lower high. It is. It looks a bit weird there, doesn't it? Let's have a look at 8. For me, if I was going to take this trade short, I would want a small bearish candle pulling into the cradle zone on the 8-hour to this key level here. And that MACD still needs a bit more work as well. So I'd like to see it work for a pull-in setup. So that could be an option for you Northern Hemisphere traders at 3 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Sand, I'm in such a tear. This is why I love this market. This is why we want to be participating in this market, because we just get these strong moves to the upside. Let's just admire this move for a second. Sand, 112% in 3 days. And if you get a cradle or if you get a trade on that, a normal average day trade, that would make you a year. That's what we're here for. Now, nothing for us here now, like straight away. Let's have a look at this 4 first. Really nice convergent MACD. I love MACDs that look like this. It does indicate strong momentum. We have upside here on the daily. Yes, it could pull back. Of course it could. What I'd be looking for, I'd love price to pull back to $7. Watch these moving averages catch up in a small bullish candle in the cradle on the 4. We'll have a look at the 15. There's nothing really there for us on the 15. It's not starting to cycle yet. So waiting for a pullback on sand just to see what it looks like when it sets up. Another one for Northern Hemisphere traders. Okay, now, like I said, we have other strategies that we can use, like breakouts and Fibonacci boosters. We need to be in the community to know how to use this. The cradle is just one of our tools in a toolbox full of many tools to profit off this market. Okay, let's have a look at mana. Pulled in here. I just wanted to see what it looked like. Let's see, in the region of $5, but that candle is too big there on the 2. Would I keep it in there on the 4? I'm just going to keep it in there. It's trending up. The MACD is very convergent. If we did pull back there on the 4, which kind of looks a little bit unlikely considering it is moving. Yeah. Let's just see how much that moved. Just admire that. Let's go through the calculator. 40%. No, isn't it crazy to say that's not even a big mover in this market? Okay. So yeah, pullback. A pullback on the 8 would be great. That's where, if I could see that price pull back to this region here, to somewhat of an old level, I would be interested in that. Yes. Another potential stalk for the Northern Hemisphere. Okay. VET. Let's have a look on the daily. Nice downside momentum here. It's really, the price is just really cratering, isn't it? From 18 to 12 cents. We'll have a look here on the lows. Again, it's 4 hour. This 4 hour trend is really showing us the goods. Now, if we put a level in here, okay, there is somewhat of a level there, although it's been broken a bit here. There's one test, a few little tests here, no tests here. That is a small bearish candle. And the MACD, let's see if it is convergent from this lower high to this lower high. That still needs to confirm that we're convergent there. So it still needs an hour or two to decide. But that is a small bearish candle in the cradle zone off an old level. That looks very nice. So look here in the daily. Any support and resistance in the way? No, not really. So that can, normally like to put that on the top of the list. That's one to keep an eye on coming into the close. Okay, TRX. Similar. This nice blocky movement to the downside. Nice downtrend forming. There is a level through there. I'm just seeing that now. So if we put that level in, 1, 2, and a few touches through here, it's definitely a level to be, it's definitely a level of interest. Now let's hit the 4. I'm going to take that out, guys, just because that level, although it has been broken here, tell you what, I'll leave it in and you can make your own decision. But that level is somewhat defined on the daily, and that will keep me out of taking a trade like this because it does lower the probabilities of the trade being one-to-one. There is a small bearish candle in the cradle zone there, however. Let me make that decision for yourself. Track that up here. Woo. Woo woo. Okay, daily and a really nice downtrend. Although there's lacking a bit of data, as in you can't see the 20-day moving average. It still looks good. See that selling pressure quite clearly. What would I want here? I would want to pull back into the cradle zone on the 4 or the 8. A pull back and I'll be pulling the trigger on that, I tell you. And lastly, engine. Okay, so let's have a look at engine daily. Nice, strong price action to the upside on the daily. And we go down time frames. Down another one. Kind of like chasing this and seeing if it falls in the cradle zone. This still looks nice. Falls in the cradle zone here on the 2, but is very choppy. Let's have a look on the 8 or the 4. I want to see price pull back in here on the 8. I might actually take that. Let's see how feasible it is for price to pull back here. 19. Yeah, I'll take that out because even for you guys in the Northern Hemisphere, that would not be an opportunity. Okay, so as you can see, mixed bag, trades to the short side and to the longer side. So we have VET, which is our closest trade coming into the close. If that stays small and bullish off that level, that could be a really good trade. Okay, TRX. Have a level of significance here on the daily, but exercise your own caution. I personally won't be taking that trade because I don't like trading into levels. However, this level has been broken here, so make your own call on that. small bearish candle in the cradle zone. Then we have Bitcoin and Ethereum, something to look at for a longer term swing trade on the weekly coming into early next week. So something to keep an eye on over the weekend. So again, if you want to know the rest of our strategies on tradercobb, which is the breakout and Fibonacci booster strategy, we have a Black Friday sale on, up to 45% off. So that's really awesome. That's a huge discount. So that's definitely there. And for all of you, so many of you that are tuning in and are watching these seminars, you've opened Bybit accounts, which are awesome. But you do need to deposit any amount of crypto or money into those accounts. You can use a credit card to fund those accounts, and you can deposit all the major cryptocurrencies or stablecoin. So even if it's at least $10, that you need to do that. I hope you're all well, and I hope this list is interesting. It really reflects the market. Shorts, trades to the short side, and trades to the long side, mixture of both. As always, keep your risk under control and trade safely. And do not give in to the emotions of forcing a trade if it's not there. The market has been sideways for a little while now, so don't just take the trade for the hell of it because you want to feel busy. Because respect that capital and the market will respect you. And when all these beautiful trends return as one, as they slowly are, that is when you will profit and that's when you will strike. Again, don't forget about our Black Friday sale, and please deposit money into those Bybit accounts. Hope you're all well and take care. Thanks, guys.